Good morning all and welcome back to my channel. Thanks for taking the time out to watch again. Today is a bit more about the Lotus Emira, the 2024 Lotus Emira that I've purchased. I've done how much I paid for it. I've done what it's like on the road and a bit of an overview 8-week review of it. I've done the niggles about it. But what I've noticed online, there's not a lot about the interiors in these and what you can do in the car with the control systems, etc. So today is just a bit of an overview around that to help you, my viewers, let you know what it can do. So let's get to it. So let's start with the dashboard. And as you'll see, the dashboards on the new Lotuses are a lot better than the S1s and the S2s and the old analog dials. The dials have been updated now, so it makes the Emira the next generation in Lotuses for sure. This dashboard will change for what mode settings you're running at. So if you put the car into sport, it changes to red, and if you put this car into track, it changes to a total different dashboard where you get your G meter, but it also does turn off all your ABS and traction control, etc. as well. So just be wary of that, but it does turn all that off as well. But yeah, so you can get different dashboards on this, which is good for the different speed or modes you're driving in, which is a really good upgrade as well for Lotus. With regards to the dashboard as well, you can control and change the settings in the dashboard as well. So let me just, so on the toggle wheel here, or on the toggle switch here, you can go, just start from the top, so you can get your different gauges there. So you get your G meter, you can get your power, torque and boost, and that's live when you're driving. You can see if I accelerate that. And then you've got your downforce. So as you get faster, I don't think the car's sophisticated enough to actually know how much downforce, but as you get faster, it basically puts an additional line above the car showing you that the car's got more downforce. And then if we go the next one down, you've got on here just your lap timer, so you can do lap times when you've got the car on the track. You've got your tyre pressure settings on the next one, and then it will tell you your oil levels, where your oil level is, whether it's okay, how much is in the tank, whether it's below maximum. You've got your service due days in miles and days, and any warning messages would come up there as well. On this one, this is just your trip meters, so you've got your total miles you've done, then your trip A and B. I believe B actually resets every time, or you can set it to reset every time that you start the car or refuel the car. I'm not sure which way around that is, but happy for people to comment on that and let me know. Next, trip meter is done a little bit different, so it's just your miles per gallon that you're doing at that time, average miles per gallon, miles and mile an hour, average miles an hour, sorry. And then you've got trip B. So this one is just about the other meter. So this is about trip A, and is what you see the overview on the other screen, and this is the trip B. Next one down is your sat nav, so it actually brings your sat nav up on the screen. Now these sat navs in these cars are not fantastic, not if you're used to using Waze or a sophisticated system like BMW or Mercedes. So it's not as sophisticated, but it does bring it up. I believe when you use Google Maps through Apple CarPlay, you can still get the map to come up on the screen like this as well. So that's good. And then you go down another one, and it basically brings your radio settings up, so you can actually control your radio from there. And then the next one down is to control your telephone. So for a Lotus, if you think back to the S1 and S2 days, you know, this is really sophisticated and moved forward from what it was in them days, and it gives you a lot of control from the dashboard. So let's talk about the steering wheel control. So I was controlling all of that from here. You got up, down, left, right, and then center is okay. One thing to be wary of when using this steering wheel control, or actually when driving, is you'll be driving along and you'll have something up on the dash, and when you look next time, the dash would have changed. Now the reason is that you don't actually have to press these, they are actually sense touch as well. So you basically, you can just glide your finger across them and they do change. There you go, so that you can use it like that as well. So that's by doing that. So let's say very sophisticated. You've got your volume up and down there, and then a menu button in the middle there, just your horn as you would normally there. And on the left hand side is really all to do with cruise control, speed limiter, and your voice control as well, where you can talk to the car to do different things. So again, it's as I say, it's sophisticated compared to what Lotus is used to have. A nice little touch here on the little vents. You've got Emira written on the vents there as well, which is a nice little touch. On the door here, you've got your you can unlock and lock the door, your electric mirrors there, and then you've got your electric windows, passenger and driver side. You've got your memory seats there. The seats are electric and heated, so very nice, and they are comfortable seats as well. Steering wheel, some people have been talking about this actually. They don't like it, don't like the flat bottom steering wheel, like they can't hold it, and they're talking about the steering wheel being really fat as well. But I'm not sure. I think it's okay, to be fair, but yeah, I'm not sure. But for me, it seems to be okay. I'm not too fussed about that. You've got automatic headlights on here as well, so that's a good thing for Lotus to have as well. And we've got automatic wipers as well, so automatic wipers as well, and obviously your paddle shifts as well. So over to the control center itself. Now, I think I mentioned in the previous video, this isn't a BMW iDrive, it's not a Mercedes control system, it's what Lotus have put together. And let's not get too bothered about this, because a Lotus is more about the drivability and what the Lotus is going to give you. It's not really about what this does for you, what the controls do. It's about driving the car. So let's stop talking about that, and let's talk about what this does. So on the top right, you've got your little gimmick there. So you've got a really nice Stig there sitting in his car. So if you press on that, brings up your ventilation settings, and within there you've got your auto for your climate control. You've got your heated seats, you've got your recirc ventilation, you can put your AC on max like you can most other cars. You can turn your temperature up and down, and you can select where you would like your ventilation to be, and then you can turn your fan up and down. A is showing that's on auto, and again, look, you got the little Stig sitting in his seat there as well, which is a really good feature as well. So if you come out of the ventilation, you go into the main settings. So in here, this actually toggles up and down, look, so you can get your different modes here basically. And then you go to this radio, and that tells you when your phone's connected. And then this here, you just press on this and it'll bring your sat nav up. This sat nav isn't great, okay? This sat nav, I would recommend that you use Apple CarPlay and you use Waze or something like that. I wouldn't really recommend that you use anything differently to that, if I'm honest. It just doesn't work as well as you would like a sat nav to work, and it's just not, in my opinion, it's just not that clear, to be honest. Let's go back home. So let's go into the car settings now. So go into the car settings itself. So you've got car settings, you can go general, where you can pick the handbrake is applied automatically or it's not, so that means you have to put the handbrake on yourself. You can put the windscreen wipers into service position, so it moves them out the way of the front, which doesn't exist. That's just so you can open the front up to get to the accessories. You can reset car settings back to factory. You can go into car information, and remember I said about the lag on a previous video? There you go. That just tells you your VIN number, shows you your car. The only thing is my car's blue and that's silver, so it's the wrong colour, but that's by the by. And on the top here, you can go in your settings, you can go from car to connect, and then you can go into your Wi-Fi settings, your Apple CarPlay settings, your Android settings, to set that up. And you can go into system, go into language, units, keyboard language, voice command examples, and you can reset again in there as well. And then you can also go to audio as well, so you can see, you can adjust where your volumes want to be when you have an announcement or an update. When your sat nav cuts in, you can set everything basically for how you want your sound to be coming through. So that's all the settings side of it. Got a notification section there, so if you get any notifications come up that you need to be reading, it comes up there. In quick panel you can turn off your emergency control systems if you like, so it's your ABS and traction control. You've got your parking assist camera, and you've got your parking assist system. And then let's go back into settings, home, sorry, press the wrong button, I'm still getting used to it myself. You can just press that and go into radio. So it took me to get these favourites on DAB radio, it took me 2 to 3 weeks. Absolute nightmare to get them settings up there and then favourites. And doing this video now, I wish I could tell you how to do it. I'll be honest, I can't remember, but let me try and retrack on that, and then what I'll do is when I remember how I've done it, I'll have a play with it without being on video. I will do that and then show you how to do it, because it can be a bit of a nightmare if I'm honest, but it is what it is. As I said though, this car is not about having a good control system, it's about driving the car. So yeah, Apple CarPlay or Android CarPlay, I'm not going to show you it because that works just the same as any other vehicle that you drive that's got Apple CarPlay. It basically mimics your phone on the screen. So coming back down here, so we've got, if you want to overtake and just do this manually, you can temperature up and down as you do in any car. You can press that to turn your AC on. Then you've got your different ventilation modes there, and then you've got your fan speed and your auto climate control there, so you can turn auto control, climate control on and off, and you can also turn your fan speed up and down. This is your driving mode button, so I've showed this in a previous video, so you just pull that and then it turns the screen to that, and then you can do this, you can toggle that or press this and do that. Then you've got your radio button there, volume, play, pause, obviously gear stick, and as I've said before, remember when you're putting these cars into gear, you're actually putting it from park to neutral to drive. Into reverse you go drive, neutral, reverse, and there is a delay as well, just to keep you updated with that. There is a delay on that. I'm assuming they will eventually deal with the software with that and make it better. Start stop button here, so you've got your start stop button. As I said before, this is a bit annoying. Like you go there, you pull this up to push it, and by the time you've pressed it, it's gone down. You've got pretty good glove box actually here. That's a good sized glove box. It took me a while actually to find this button, which is held, hid up here, which is pretty good actually, but it took me a bit. Perhaps it's just me. It took a while to find it. In here you've got a little storage area and a USB A and C connections in there, and a nice little place to put your phone out the way. Up on the dash here, interior mirror, you've got a nice USB socket there, which you can either charge your GoPros from if you're videoing, or your dash cams. You've got an auto dim interior mirror and exterior mirror, and then up the top you've got also as well your lights and your airbags not on, your seat belts not on, and then your general switches in here for your interior lights, etc. Let's just quickly show you as well the controls on the seats. I'll have to get out for that. So here you go, here's your controls for your seats. So you've got a pretty good selection of controls there on the seats as well, which helps you with getting your seat in a really nice comfortable position, which is really good. Something I've just noticed actually when I go out of the car as well, that you've actually got a USB A socket underneath as well for charging, so there's no shortage of USBs in here. Down here we've got just your dashboard dimming, and your button for your boot there. As I put in a previous video, please remember, if your boot isn't shut properly, and I mean by either shutting it hard or putting your hand in the center of the boot, you will not be able to use this button or the button on your controller to open it. It needs to be fully shut to enable it to open. And this is just your handbrake. If you haven't got your handbrake on auto, so it comes on automatically, that's your handbrake, just to do that as well. So for me, I think that is about it for the interior of the car. But I think the interior is bloody fantastic to what they used to do. But that's it for me today, and I hope you found this video interesting. So as this video is going out, the car's actually probably in storage by now, because I wanted to put it in storage for winter. I've said in my previous videos that I've got some exciting stuff coming up, so keep subscribed, keep your notifications on, keep watching my channel. So what's coming up in 2025? Trip to Monaco, staying in the Munich hotel so I can put the car at the end of the bed in reality, which will all be videoed. And one of my mates, Richard, he wants to do a drag race with his M4 convertible against this. The M4 is probably going to beat this, it's going to blow it out of the water, but let's do it for a bit of fun, and let's find a runway and do it. If anyone knows of any runways around East Anglia that we can borrow to do this, can you please put comments in the comment section on the channel, and then that'll enable me to make contacts and enable me to get that video to happen next year. Anyway, thanks for taking time out and watching today. Hope you found this insightful. I hope you found all my videos of the Emira so far good and insightful, and showing you, what the Emiras are about. I love the car. Yes, there's things that do annoy me, but I love the car. So this is going to be my dream car for 2025, and this is going to have some fun in it. Thanks again. Have a good afternoon. Subscribe, put your notifications on, keep an eye out on the channel, and I'll catch up with you again soon. Thank you.